I also want to take a moment to offer courage and encouragement to those in our community who are on home dialysis and those who must travel great distances to receive kidney treatments throughout Manitoba. And I want to offer a special thanks to the nurses, doctors, social workers, and the extended renal team at all the dialysis units. You are such important people doing essential service every single day. My sister is Jackie Plett, and I'm also here to deliver an inspirational speech to you all. So let's dive right in. I'll start with telling you how kidney failure affected my life personally. My dad had diabetes for as long as I can remember. I can remember his tummy, his arms, his legs always being full and spotted with little bruises from his insulin injections. As the years went by, kidney failure followed, and my dad's kidney function declined to the point of needing dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis improved his quality of life, and he started to feel much better. He had more energy, his outlook on life and his mindset improved, but he was still limited in what he could do and where he could go. Kidney transplant was the best option to give him the quality of life that he desired and that I believed he deserved. I wanted to help him. I wanted more for him. I decided to get tested to see if I'd be a donor match. I was a match. Not only was I a match, I was a perfect match. Donating a kidney was no easy or simple decision. I had to consider my own future. I had to consider my husband's thoughts. I had to consider my children, who were only 2 years old at the time of the testing. And we were concerned over the chance of kidney failure running in our family as a hereditary disease. But I'm a woman of faith, and I had deep peace about being a donor for my dad. The testing went on for about a year, and surgery was scheduled for July 14th, 2011. Our nerves were high, but our hope was higher. I was excited to give a kidney to my dad. I was excited to give him the gift of life, a second chance, a new beginning. The surgery was a success. My kidney, as described to me, was a beautiful, perfect little kidney, and it got right to work. It cleaned his blood amazingly. In the first couple of hours, his blood work showed amazing improvement. It was remarkable. In the early morning hours of July 16th, my dad wasn't feeling well. The tests were performed as he laid in the recovery bed beside me, and that's when the unthinkable happened. My dad went into cardiac arrest, and I was rushed out of the room as they worked on him. You can imagine my horror. The unimaginable was happening right before my eyes. I've never felt so helpless. My dad, he fought to stay with us, but 2 more cardiac arrests, and my dad left us to be with the Lord. Not the new beginning that we had hoped for or that we had prayed for. Now, sometimes life doesn't go exactly how we've planned. So you may be wondering why I would tell you a story like this today and how this can be turned into an inspirational message. Well, I have 3 key points I'd like to share with you on how this tragedy has made me stronger, it's made me more resilient, it showed me how much courage I have in the face of opposition, and it's changed my outlook on the hard times that we all face in life. Now, I don't know where you are today. Maybe you've been newly diagnosed and you're struggling with the thought of having to live with kidney disease and you're feeling afraid. Maybe you're living with kidney disease right now. You go to dialysis 3 times a week and you're dealing with the toll that it takes on your body, how it affects your travel, your timelines, and how it can interfere with work schedules. Or maybe you're caring for someone with the disease and it's draining you physically, emotionally, and mentally. Or maybe you've lost a loved one, as I have. Or maybe your struggle is with something totally different altogether. A broken relationship, a recent loss or tragedy, financial hardships, or a lost dream. Whatever it is, you can apply these same 3 principles to whatever it is you're facing today. So number 1, even when you don't understand, there's a choice that you need to make. You can let this thing defeat you, or you can rise up and overcome. I could have fallen into a very dark place when that happened. I could have given into the feelings that came, feelings of despair, anger, defeat, questioning myself, questioning God. But I chose on purpose to press on. I had to keep going. I had to keep believing. Sometimes this was minute by minute. I already knew from previous trials in my life that there is no victory in poor me. And I could feel my dad saying to me in those moments, "What are you going to do, Shauna? Are you going to lay down and die? Or are you going to pick yourself back up and keep going? You've got a big life to live. There's so much power in our thoughts. Thoughts that are thought over and over again become our beliefs, and our beliefs turn into words, and our words turn into actions. So let's not allow our circumstances today to dictate our tomorrow. If I had given into those initial emotions of defeat and regret, brokenness, anger, I wouldn't be standing before you here today. So number one was, you can choose your thoughts. Number two, wherever you are, whatever is touching your life right now, believe that it can teach you something. There's something important that you can gain from this thing that you're going through. There's purpose in it. For those of you dealing with kidney disease, you know how strong you are. Look at how much you've overcome already. Look what you deal with day to day. Can you sense the courage that comes each day as you press on and keep moving forward? Waking up early for dialysis, caring for that loved one, managing a restrictive diet, coping with the demands of each day. You're stronger, you're braver, you're more resilient than you think. You're here, and you're proof that life takes courage to live. One thing that I've seen over and over is, as we go through life and the trials that come with it, we're better equipped to help and encourage others facing similar life situations. We can be that cheerful smile, a light in the dark, assurance that this too shall pass. A reminder of human resilience. We can be a positive influence in a world of gray and blurred lines. So what is your struggle saying to you today? I'm sure you've been through times and come out more patient or more forgiving, or maybe you've learned to set boundaries and take better care of yourself, and you've learned the power of saying no. Maybe you've become softer, kinder, and encouragement to others going through similar things. This is what should happen. When we decide to learn from each experience in life, there's always a message in the mess. Number 3, don't you dare give up. You still have a purpose. Even in the struggle, you have something that you're supposed to be doing. You have a destiny to fulfill. If you've got breath in your lungs, you've still got story to write. When's the last time that you assessed the goals that you have for your life? Struggles don't stop us from pursuing our dreams and desires. They propel us into them. So what do you want to accomplish in the days and the weeks and the months and the years ahead? Where do you want to be this time next year? Is there something you want to physically accomplish? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to lose some weight? Do you want to start a new career, write a book? Or do you want to become more hopeful, more confident? Do you want to be a better friend, a better spouse? What do you want people to remember you by? There's no better time than right now to start working towards those goals. Giving up is not an option. There are people who need you. You matter. You're important. And we need to see what it is that you need to bring into this world. And remember this, your struggle doesn't define you. It's not who you are. See yourself as an overcomer, courageous and bold, unstoppable, victorious, and well able. And don't pay attention to those thoughts that tell you you're incapable, you're too old or too young, you're powerless, or it's too late. Remember, your thoughts are what give way to action. And there's a big plan, an amazing plan, that was uniquely created just for you. If someone would have told me all those years ago that I'd be standing here today speaking to you, I wouldn't have believed it. To be honest, at that time in my life, I would have had no interest to do this. And I would have felt like I had no qualifications to do so. But when we allow the trials of our lives to do a work in us, number 1, to change our thinking. Number 2, we can learn from those difficulties in life. And number 3, keep a never give up attitude. We can go places and do the very things that we were uniquely created to do. So thank you so much today for listening to me. I really appreciate how